Hi, I'm Doc Palmer. I'm the author of McGraw-Hill's Maintenance Planning and Scheduling Handbook. Today, I'd like to start talking about the 6 principles of planning. The first principle of planning is you have to protect your planners. If a planner is worth 17 persons, it's a huge, valuable role. But most people don't understand what planning is. We don't understand the value of staff positions a lot. A line position, like a mechanic, they're working on something and then they fix a pump or they grease a pump, they finish a route or they've done everything they need to do. Supervisors, they're out in the field directing traffic. Those are line positions. We understand that. A staff position, exactly what is the planner for? Well, planning is a best practice. So we've taken people out of the crafts and made them planners. And we're getting a value. No, you're not. You're not using the planners for planners. This is the number one problem out around the world. Uh, at my facility, we had one planner that was a great welder from the crafts, and whenever we were short a welder, that they would. This is when I inherited planning. They would grab the planner that used to be a welder and have them out welding because we just never had enough welders. Now, yeah, it's an emergency job. You got to get it done. You don't want to pay overtime. You don't have to bring in a contractor. The plant's at risk. You got to get that welding work done. But if a planner is planning, they're worth 17 people because a planner can make 30 people as productive as 47. You get a 17 pop. So one planner planning for 30 people is worth 17 people when they're planning. If the planner is a welder for the day, they're only worth one person. So you've management. This is a management issue. We've told 16 people to go home. We don't need you out there doing proactive work. And around the world, we do that. We use planners for a project team. Well, we don't want to put a mechanic on the project team because we just barely have enough mechanics. So we'll put the planner's not doing anything. We'll put the planner on the team. Do you want to put 17 people on a project team? And now we're not doing planning because you're not getting the pop in productivity. Work up for supervisors. We worked our planners uh, 5/8 Monday through Friday, but some of the crews were 4/10s where they would work Monday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday. But sometimes they had different people working just eights and they'd have part of their crew here and there. Anyways, one of the supervisors was working 4/10s Monday through Thursday. And on Friday, they wouldn't be there, but they still had some people there. So the planner in that area said, well, I'll be the supervisor for you on Fridays. So on Fridays, I was telling 16 people to go home because the planner was not planning. Uh, we're going to beautify the entrance to the generating station. Well, we don't want to take a mechanic or an electrician or an instrument tech. Well, the planner's not doing anything. We'll use the planner. And I'm not saying that stuff is valuable or not valuable. In fact, they say the best thing you can do for your family is cut out one worthwhile activity every week. We just can't be doing that other stuff with the planners because we're not planning. In staff position, you can always take somebody away for a little bit of time. But we just can't do that. Root cause analysis team. That planner is usually a senior craftsperson. You want to leverage their knowledge. They'd be great on a root cause team. But if you put them on a root cause team, you're not planning. If you put them on a project team, you're not planning. If you put them on a safety committee, super valuable work, but they're not planning. So we have to protect the planning function. So you have to put in a rule that that's not what the planners are for. Usually, you have to have them separate from the crews. Reporting could be to the maintenance manager or a planning supervisor. You definitely cannot have the planners reporting directly to supervisors. Then they'll be helping jobs in progress, which is actually not planning either. It's giving that head start on jobs and doing enough work to fully fill a schedule. That gives us the 50% pop in work order completion rate. where one planner can make 30 mechanics as effective as 47. But if you're using the planner for something else, you're not doing that. You can also not combine a staff role with a line role. Craftsmanship, mechanic working, electrician working, instrument tech working is a line role. They're working on things. That work's got to be done. Supervision is a line role. You're out there, you can't just not do it. You've got to be out there doing it. Planning is a staff position. Staff work can always be waited on or put aside. So a planner can plan for 20 to 30 persons. One of the models in industry, if you only have 10 craftsperson, the supervisor should be part-time planner. The planning just never gets done because the supervising just overwhelms. One of the industry models is maybe the planner could be part-time welder, part-time planner. The planning just won't get done. If you have a small facility, maybe with just 7 to 10 craftspersons, the planner can keep up with that, the planning wise, and also help more jobs in progress, which is a good extra use for a planner. Maybe be on a project team, which is a staff position, but they can't do it at the setting aside of the planning. Maybe the planner could help with the storeroom or the tool room part time, but they have to be available to do the planning. The planning is the primary role. If you have 10 craftspersons, the planner can give you a pop of 50%. You have 15 people. You get 5 people for free for the planner, but not if the planner's not planning. So, number one rule is you got to put the stuff in place, organize the planners so they're not directly under supervisors and or in a position where you're going to be grabbing them. And you need to understand what the planning role is. It's not just an extra admin person to help wherever you need to. And I've been at places where we don't understand what planning is. Every odd admin thing that was either not getting done or done by somebody else gets dumped on the planner because hey, that's a person that can do that. That's not maintenance planning. So understand what maintenance planning is. We'll deal with that in the other principles. But the first principle, the largest problem around the world with maintenance planner, is we create planner positions because someone said it's a best practice, but we don't understand planning. So we use the planners for all this other stuff. And we pretend we're planning. And we get a t-shirt and a coffee cup. But we're not planning. We don't get the 50% pop. We don't know why we're doing planning in the future. And then when we need a reduction in force to save money, we get rid of the planners because we're not getting anything out of the planning anyway. So understand what planning is. Protect your planners. That's a valuable resource, and it needs protecting. Thank you for letting me be part of your maintenance family, and God bless.